Welcome everyone to this listening part 3, listening for information analysis. Now I'm just here in the listening part 3 section of the CELPIP library. And before we get started, I do want to remind you that listening part 3 focuses more on CLB 4, 5, or 6. What does that mean? Well, that means that if you need to get CLB 4, 5, or 6, then you need to do better in this part, and you can do better in this part, okay? That's because this part will have more familiar and common dialogues, okay? More common and familiar vocabulary and expression. And so the questions and the answers will also be more familiar and easier for lower levels to understand, and much easier than parts 4, 5, or 6. Okay? So in this part, you need to try to get the most points that you can. Now, if you need to get CLB 7 or higher, then this part should be easier for you as well. And usually higher levels, they get almost everything correct in this part, okay? Because again, it's not so complicated like part 4, 5, or 6. And in those parts, it will be more difficult for higher levels as well. So that's what it means that part 3 is more focused on CLB 4 to 6, okay? Also, I want to remind you that we have this great listening part 3 tips and strategies video, okay? This video will give you more information about how you can listen effectively, how you can manage time effectively, what kind of information you should gather while you're listening, and how you can answer the questions more effectively. So, if you're interested in getting more tips and strategies, some of the tips and strategies that I will be using, then please watch that video, and I will leave a link in the description box to that video. Okay? So then, let's look at today's example. Food for thought. Now, before we get started with that, I do want to give you some excellent listening tips. Okay. Some of the tips that I feel are great for lower levels and higher levels. Okay. We can both learn and focus on our listening more by following these tips. Number 1, listen to full sentences, more than words. Okay. Lower levels, we still have a problem with focusing too much on words and not full sentences. When you focus too much on words, you miss ideas, and the answers get confusing because they put similar words or the same words. So remember, everyone, it's not a vocabulary test or a word test. It's an idea test, okay? Listening for ideas, not words. So for that, listening to full sentences guarantees that we listen for ideas more than words, okay? Number 2, it's very important, everyone, to repeat as much information as you can, and repeat full sentences or full parts, not just words, okay? Now, this is very important for lower levels because lower levels, again, we still have a problem with remembering information or keeping information. So when we repeat ideas and when we repeat information, then we can remember more information. This is very important. The more you repeat, the more you remember. Now, What about taking notes? Well, taking notes is also a great idea. But from my experience, lower levels, we still have a problem with writing. And we still have a problem with writing notes and listening while we write. That's why for lower levels, it's more important to repeat information than write notes. But if you can, write a word or two as long as it doesn't keep you away from the listening, because that's the goal, listening to the audio. Okay? So let's remember that. Writing notes are also good. Higher levels, I think you should be able to write notes much faster. And if you can, then that's good. But even for higher levels, this part, we need to get everything correct. And the information and the questions are not so difficult. So I find that repeating it is also more important for you. Okay? Also, let's remember, we need to repeat the question as soon as we hear it. You listen to the question, you repeat it. That way you know what the question is while you read the answers. Now, for the answers, the most important tip that we can give for the answers, everyone, it's try to focus on the idea of each answer, not just each word. Because many times the answers, they put words that you heard, but they put all of them, not just one. And so we need to try and focus on full ideas, okay? And connect, associate the words. That's another important one, okay? So focus on the full idea of the answer, not just the word. Okay, and one more tip I can give about the answers, okay? And that one is about direct and indirect questions. Okay? Indirect questions can be difficult to understand. For example, how does the woman feel? Or how does the man feel? They never said exactly how they feel. So we have to imagine, or we have to think from the information that we heard, what was the feeling, or what another popular one is, what is the man or the woman, what are they going to do next, or what will they likely do next? That one is indirect, because we have to imagine from what we hear, or we have to assume what the answer will be. So keep in mind, okay? Keep that in mind, that not every question is direct, meaning we hear exactly that information. There are indirect questions and direct questions. Okay? All right. So, listening part 3, it's similar to part 1 and 2, just in here, there's more information, and the questions are usually more about specific information that they spoke about. And that's what makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay? Very good. And we are going to be looking at test practice 1. So I want to remind you, everyone, that we are going to be doing this together. I will play the conversation, and then I will play the questions and give you a chance to answer them. And then we will review it together, okay? So let's get started with the audio.
Listening for information.
Did you know that eating some foods can actually change your moods? Some doctors say that if you're in a bad mood, you can eat a certain food and the food will make you feel better. So let's talk to some people and see what they think about food and moods. Here's someone now. Hi, I'm Marty Moore, the street talk guy. What's your name?
Me? My name's Larry. Why?
Nice to meet you, Larry. Would you like to be on the radio?
On the radio? No, thanks. I think I'm too nervous for that.
Oh, don't be nervous. Here, have some of this soup. It will help you relax.
Soup? It smells delicious. What's in it?
It's made with chili peppers.
Wow, that's hot.
Oh, don't worry. Soon you'll feel better. You see, chili peppers have something in them that makes your mouth feel very hot right after you eat them. But they will also help you to relax. The more chili peppers you eat, the more relaxed you will feel.
I sure hope you're right.
Okay, on to the next person. Hi, I'm Marty Moore. What's your name?
I'm Dan.
Gosh, Dan, you look really unhappy. What's wrong?
Oh, my girlfriend just left me, and now I'm all alone. I feel miserable.
Gee, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe I can help you feel better. Here, eat some of these chocolate chip cookies. You see, chocolate has something in it that makes you feel more upbeat. Some people even say chocolate can make you feel like you're in love.
In love? Really?
Yes, and cookies are also made with wheat flour. Wheat can help you to relax and feel more upbeat, too.
Well, thanks. I hope it works. I'll try anything.
Good luck. Okay, let's talk to someone else. Hello, what's your name?
My name? I'm Barbara.
Well, I'm Marty Moore, the street talk guy.
Sorry, but I'm really stressed. I'm late for work, and I'm still waiting for the bus. I have a lot of work to do, and my boss is going to be angry.
Here, I've got just what you need. Eat this turkey sandwich and drink this glass of orange juice.
Are you crazy? I need a bus, not food.
Hey, don't be so irritable. I'm just trying to help. You see, turkey can help you to feel more energetic, so you can do all of your work and feel less stressed. And the vitamin C in your orange juice can also help you to feel more energetic. It can even help you to feel more upbeat, so you won't be so irritable.
Thanks anyway, but I don't have time for food. I have to get to work.
Well, our time's up for today.
Okay, very interesting. So let's go to the questions, everyone. Just going to zoom in here. And here we go. You have about 20 seconds between questions.
Question 1. Why doesn't the first person want to be on the radio? Question 2. What effect do chili peppers have on your mood? Question 3. Why does the man feel so miserable? Question 4. What effect does chocolate have on your mood? Question 5. What kind of mood is the woman in? Question 6. How can turkey affect your mood?
So then, everyone, let's get to reviewing the answers, okay? That was a very interesting conversation. I think it made me hungry. Okay. So let's look at question 1. Why doesn't the first person want to be on the radio? Okay. Let's see. He gets angry, he gets excited, he gets careless, he gets uncomfortable. I remember something about nervous, but let's see. Marty, did you know that actually eating some foods can change your mood? Okay, mood, how you feel. Some doctors say that if you're in a bad mood, you can eat a certain food and that will make you feel better. So let's talk to some people and see what they think about food and moods. Here's someone now. Hi, I'm Marty Moore, the street guy. What's your name? Me, my name's Larry. Why? Nice to meet you. Would you like to be on the radio? Me on the radio? No thanks. I think I'm too nervous for that. Okay. Don't be nervous. Here's some soup. So, that would mean from nervous, it would be uncomfortable. He gets uncomfortable. He feels shy or nervous. Okay. Careless means he doesn't care, but he does care. So, now what about number 2? What effect do chili peppers have on your mood? Okay. They are calming, exciting, very hot, cool you down. Well, on your mood, that's the important part. Soup smells delicious. What's in it? It's made with chili peppers. Wow, that's hot. Oh, don't worry, soon you'll feel better. You see, chili peppers have something that makes you feel very hot right after you eat them. But they will also help you relax. Really? Probably because it's too hot. Okay. All right, so very interesting. And looks like A would be the answer. They help you relax. Calming is they help you relax. And what about number 3? Why does the man feel so miserable? Miserable, really terrible. He dumped his girlfriend dumped him, he doesn't have a girlfriend, or his girlfriend moved in. Okay, so I think he said that his girlfriend left him. Gosh, Dan, you look really unhappy. What's wrong? Oh, my girlfriend just left me. Now I'm all alone. I feel miserable. So that would be his girlfriend dumped him, not he dumped. And not moved in. Okay, all right. And number 4, what effect does chocolate have on your mood? Chocolate on our mood, okay. Makes you more sleepy, more silly, more happy, more hungry. Well, I love chocolate, and I would say more happy, but is that what he said? Maybe I can help you feel better. Here, eat some of these chocolate chip cookies. You see, chocolate has something in it that makes you feel more upbeat. Well, that was an easy one. Yes, happy. Okay. And what about number 5? What kind of mood is the woman in? That woman, she was angry. My name is Barbara. Well, I'm Marty Moore, the Street Talk guy. Sorry, but I'm really in a hurry. I'm really stressed. I'm late for work and I'm waiting for my bus. I still have a lot of work to do. My boss is going to be angry. Here, I've got just what you need. Eat this turkey sandwich and drink some orange juice. Are you crazy? I need a bus, not food. Okay, don't be so irritable. Okay, irritable, irritated. She gets annoyed. She gets angry. So, furious isn't furious. Furious, panicked, is relaxed, isn't rushed. Well, definitely not relaxed. Maybe a little furious, but not isn't. And she is rushed, so it looks like panicked. Panicked means like stressed or she's panicking. She's worried about something. Okay? And number 6, how can turkey affect your mood? It makes you feel tired. It makes you feel stressed. It makes you feel energized. It makes you feel agitated. Agitated. Okay. Well, he said here, turkey. I'm just trying to help you. See, turkey will help you do all your work and feel less stressed. So, like more relaxed, probably. The question was, okay. Not tired, not stressed, not agitated. Agitated means like more irritated, annoyed. So it looks like energized. Mentions here energized. Will help you feel more energetic. It can even help you feel more upbeat so you won't be so irritable. Thanks anyway, but I don't have time for food. I gotta get to work. That sounds interesting. Okay, very good. So then, did you get 6 from 6, everyone? I hope so. Okay. But if you didn't get 6 from 6, there are some things that we can do. For example, we need to read the answers and we need to understand why the answers are the answers and why the other answers are not the answers. Okay, that's very important. It's very important, and this will help you build your comprehension of questions and answers. Secondly, we can read the script, everyone. Here's the script. Let's read the script and understand expression, how our idea is expressed, okay? And vocabulary, of course. That will be very, very useful to help us build our listening skills. Okay. And so for that, everyone, I will be leaving a link in the description box to our sample lesson. Okay. And then we have vocabulary building for this section. Okay. Great vocabulary. Look at all these vocabulary words. Indifferent, to not care, absence, to not be there. Great list which gives you the word, the basic meanings, synonyms, antonyms. Okay. Very good. And then after you study that, then we have some sentences down here where you need to complete the sentence by putting one word from the vocabulary. Great exercise, everyone, for building your vocabulary. Excellent. And then we have this comprehension building. Okay, comprehension building. Now, this one is also a great exercise for listening. We listen to one sentence. Okay, let's listen to it.
Nowadays, there are more benefits for working parents.
So after you listen to that sentence, you need to decide which sentence, A or B, has the same meaning as the one you heard. Great for building comprehension for listening, everyone. And it gets more difficult as we go. For example, number 6. Which sentence has the same meaning? A, B, neither A nor B, or both A and B? This exercise I feel is great for helping lower levels improve their listening comprehension skills. Great exercise. Okay, and then down here we have following dialogue. Following dialogue is also an excellent exercise. Okay, we listen to the audio, and as we listen, we complete the dialogue with a word that we hear. Okay, what is the word that we hear? And we complete the dialogue with that word. Great for improving your listening comprehension skills and listening skills. Okay. And then we have here test practice number 1, which is the one we will analyze now. And then test practice number 2. Test practice number 2 is version 2 of this exam. And after you complete this listening analysis, then you should do that one on your own to review and practice what you learned. Also, everyone, let's not forget about CELPIP Library. CELPIP Library has over 60 examples of listening part 3 and also version 2s, which is great, everyone, to practice part 3. So, with discount code CELPIP79, again, discount code CELPIP79, you can get a 3-month subscription of CELPIP Library for only $10.99. That's a great deal, everyone, and I strongly recommend it. Let's not forget, practice makes perfect.